Peace and respect to you all, dear friends. I sincerely hope you are doing well today, and welcome to this chat together. Today's face is ancient Hierapolis, specifically to one of the caves that has always sparked controversy. Rituals linked to a deadly cave. A dark and ominous gateway leading to hell in the underworld. A deeply held belief that endured for many centuries. Numerous sacrifices were made to appease their fearsome underworld god, and it contributed to solving a mystery that has been attempted to be unraveled for ages. So what is the intriguing story behind this mysterious cave? Buckle up, dear friends, as we embark on an exciting journey back in time to explore one of the oldest cities in the entire world. Let's explore the fascinating Roman gateway that leads to hell. The ancient Roman gateway to hell. The Killer Cave. Plutonium, as known in ancient times, an ancient Roman temple. The discovered ruins in the city once known as Hierapolis and located in modern Pamukkale, Turkey, clearly indicate that this temple, with its square courtyard and scattered seats, was a site of events that attracted many followers and tourists, if they can be called that back then. But what specific event occurred that warranted the construction of this magnificent temple? Or rather, what specific purpose was this ancient temple built to serve? The University of Salento archaeologists in Italy provided the answer, who played a crucial role in uncovering this significant site. The ancient temple was constructed atop a sacred cave, and the dark cave leads to a vast deep cavern, its ominous entrance a gateway to the underworld. According to the writings of ancient Roman historians, why did this cave gain such significance? Historical studies and extensive research have clearly proven that this ancient temple was a popular destination for ancient tourists who eagerly flocked to the mystical gateway of the underworld to witness the ancient rituals of sacrifices offered to the god of the underworld, Pluto himself. The death platform, as scientists called it, was named Plutonium. As I mentioned earlier, it is named after the god of the underworld. Pluto, according to the ancient Romans' beliefs, would take the life of anyone who dared to approach this ominous gateway. Everyone was included except for the priests. Therefore, the incoming tourists would settle into their seats to witness this incredible miracle unfold before their eyes. The priest would enter the sacred cave accompanied by the humble, poor animals. From the grand entrance, thick smoke and swirling steam would billow out dramatically in front of the gathered crowd. After a while, the priests would emerge unharmed. As for the animals, they would be desperately gasping for breath, some right before the spectators' eyes, and there are some located inside the cave as well. It was possible to see them slowly moving down to the dark underworld, as was widely believed at that time. This greatly contributed to enhancing the priest's sanctity. They are protected from the god of death, and the gateway to the underworld or the gate of hell has absolutely no effect on them whatsoever. Animal deaths occurring in the cave and their transition to the underworld attracted the interest of many authors and historians of that time. For instance, we come across the renowned Roman author and natural historian known as Pliny the Elder, referring to this intriguing phenomenon in one of his notable writings, and he commonly refers to it as Charon. Charon is a well-known mythical figure in mythology, whose task was to ferry the souls of the deceased from the river Styx to the depths of the underworld realm, according to the widely held beliefs of ancient Roman culture. But the question now is, what specifically sparked the intense interest of scholars and notably highlighted the importance of this ancient cave? Among the numerous fascinating ancient artifacts discovered in our modern era, especially regarding the topic of animal deaths at the cave entrance and inside it, it is widely believed to be ancient and completely finished. The shock we experienced is truly quite surprising. Many sources refer to this cave as still deadly. How? Well, according to research, studies, and discoveries published by several scientists who tried to solve this mystery, the most notable being findings from the Journal of Archaeology and Anthropology in February 2018. The colorful birds that frequently pass by the cave's entrance fall dead. And more than that, inside the cave, researchers discovered numerous dead mice and various birds in the area, along with more than 70 different types of beetles as well. They tragically perished, according to detailed reports on CNN. Science started to play a role here. Of course, many scientists did not believe in the concept of the death platform, the gate of hell, and so on. But there must surely be a significant cause for what occurred in the past centuries, and it continues to persist even to this day. Indeed, after conducting extensive research and thorough study, the conclusive answer was reached. The cause of these mysterious vapors, once believed to be sacred, and the reason for the death of these animals in this manner, is an occurrence that is purely related to geography, a phenomenon mentioned by us, and even made attempts to explain in various ways before the advent of our modern scientists. One of the scholars of the pre-Christian era and the beginning of the Christian era, and one of the world's prominent geographers, the geographer Strabo. Strabo noted in his historical writings that any animal that enters the cave tragically dies immediately upon entry. The bulls collapse and die immediately on impact. And the birds, when they were thrown inside, took their final breaths in despair and died immediately. Strabo also literally added insightful commentary in his attempt to thoroughly explain what was happening, that the entire space is completely filled with dense, foggy vapor that prevents one from seeing the ground. The cave is filled with toxic gas, as described in our current scientific language, a toxic gas that kills living beings according to Strabo. Was he right? Yes. The experienced geographer analyzed the subject before modern scientists. Numerous studies and research findings published in various respected scientific journals have clearly proven that the cave, cavern, or ancient temple is situated over a deep fissure in the earth. This fissure emits highly concentrated amounts of carbon dioxide gas into the surrounding atmosphere. The high concentrations of this gas range significantly, according to an extensive research team led by volcanologist Hardy Bivens, between approximately 54% and 53% at the cave entrance and around 91% inside. This substance is certainly lethal to all living organisms without exception. Living organisms overall, and mammals specifically, cannot withstand higher concentrations of this gas beyond 5%. Thus, the death of various animals, including birds, bulls, and others, is both a natural occurrence and a tragic outcome of life, due to the gas density at the cave entrance and inside. I understand exactly what you are currently thinking. How did the priests manage to survive then, despite the exceptionally high concentration of carbon dioxide present? If we return to our friend Estrab, he also wondered about that. It was limited to two options. Either the priests were genuinely protected by a higher power and had a profound divine connection, or they were simply holding their breath in anticipation. Contemporary scientists and recent research studies have provided a much more logical explanation overall. Numerous scientific studies indicated that carbon dioxide is significantly heavier than oxygen gas, and thus it gradually settles down at the very bottom. With this density and concentration, it formed a sort of toxic lake. As for why animals and not the priests, height is indeed an important factor here. The toxic gas lake, according to Vance and his colleagues, the water level was at the height of the animals' nostrils, making it challenging for them. Therefore, the animals inhaled the toxic gas directly and died. The priests, on the other hand, stood elevated above it and did not inhale its gas directly. According to detailed reports from the interview he conducted with CNN News, the priests were fully aware of the ongoing gas issue, and they understood that the concentration of gas varies and changes over time. Thus, they would determine the timing of the sacrifices based on this important matter to ensure their overall safety. According to volcanologist Hadip Vance, this is true. Despite scientific explanations of current events, the infamous Roman Gate of Hell and its treacherous deadly cave, with all the intriguing stories and fascinating legends it carries, remains one of the archaeological sites that tell us a lot about past times and the people of that era, with its many lies, numerous deceptions, and deeply rooted false beliefs. Lesson intended for the understanding. So, my dear friends, this is what we wanted to share about the fascinating Roman Gate of Hell, or the Deadly Cave, which has been considered since ancient times. An introduction to the Underworld, a striking natural phenomenon that led to one of the most controversial cultural rituals in ancient cultures, and a phenomenon that contributed in one way or another to the idea of the priest's sanctity, and science's intervention even after many centuries helped decode this cave. Of course, the Deadly Cave is not the only place or site. Shrouded in mystery, numerous fascinating places and ancient artifacts are discovered one after another. The mystery still surrounds them. A reality awaits someone to unravel its puzzles. And of course, science is the primary method for understanding everything in life, until it fails and the case becomes one of our program's mysteries. And until we meet again, my dear friends, in another exciting chat, stay safe and peace be upon you.